Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Sunday the 21st, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame. Got up, got the dogs outside, got that all taken care of, kept them separated while I fed them because they eat different foods, and they are both giant food hogs, so they will eat anything, food anywhere near them kind of deal. So definitely have to keep them separated out so they don't eat each other's food. But got that done, got that wrapped up, and then basically hung around in the morning, seen a couple of things here and there done, nothing too major. Wife got up, she had a few things, just kind of hang around the house doing our morning stuff. Ended up outside playing with the dogs, got myself a nice little cigar, just kind of doing the morning normal day thing. It was strange. My mom was still, I guess, in the pouty mood, so she's hiding in her room, not coming out. Don't know if she's alive or not, so figure if there starts to be a smell, we'll figure it out from there, but who knows. So went ahead, got a couple other things done, basically just kind of making my day, going through whatnot, trying to figure out what we're doing for if we have any plans, which really didn't. Karen had some work to get done at work. Her stomach's upset, still bothering her from, I started yesterday, about midday, and just giving her issues now. She's not sure if it's stress. She's got a weird premonition that there's something wrong in, like, I don't know if there's family or what it is, who knows. So, but something, she just don't know what the crap's gonna drop. And one of the things that happens in her life, seems like when things are going smoothly, and that somebody in her family screws up something and makes it bad, whether it be we're at SeaWorld or getting ready to go on a cruise, or just, take a trip or something. One of her kids or her father or something does something dumb and then ends up making a mess out of her life. And it's been that way a lot, like throughout her whole life. But, we had talked and made the jokes that the more, like, when we're about to start a plan and we're about to do something fun, whether we go to the mountains or whatever it is, something is going to happen. Her family's going to do something stupid. And I wonder if it's psychological that they're sabotaging it to keep her from having fun, or if it's just completely coincidental. Who the hell knows? But it is what it is. So basically hung around there for the day. Not a lot really happening. I got my Suburban back, didn't even go over and look at it. I was just happy it was back, annoyed that it's no good, that it's way worse than when I gave it to the guy. Like, so many stupid problems that he made it worse than it was. So, but I got to figure out if I'm going to try and work on it myself, like just in the outside, like put a carport up and try and repair it myself, or I'm going to take it somewhere and pay somebody else to fix it. Got to make that final decision. I won't know until I get a quote or two. There's one shop that does really good work. I've seen a bunch of these cars around. He's right here locally, next to lives near me, and his shop is like a mile from my place. So most of the cars he's working on are much nicer than the car I have. So it's that concept of like, damn, I'm almost thinking it's going to be way out of my price range in that world of where I'm going to have to do this myself and crawl around on my hands and knees and lay on my back and stuff to work on it, since I bought a lift for somebody else. So who knows? I did run by there today, just to see if maybe he was there. I was going to hopefully get a chance to chat with him, and then didn't. I had sent him a message on Messenger through Facebook and haven't heard back from him yet. So who knows? There's another shop up in Ormond Beach that they're a motorcycle and muscle car shop to do restorations and custom motorcycles. And I talked to the guy a while back after my truck was already being held hostage, and the price he quoted of what it would cost, he figured to have, basically if he quoted it as if he started from scratch, like nothing the guy did was done right, and just basically had us do it all over again. And the price he quoted me seemed fairly reasonable, and the time frame he quoted seemed almost unreal. So I gotta go up and talk to them again and see what they say and what happens, and if that is a number, and then give the guy here locally if he can tell me. Because I know when I talked to him originally, his number that he quoted me I thought was very out of my price range of what I wanted to spend. And also he was telling me he was like months out, which turned out still would have been quicker than when I got over there, because I spent almost 6 months and didn't get it fixed, where at least here it would have been 4 months, maybe 5 months, whatever, but it would have been done correctly and whatever. So yeah, there's that, but it is what it is. So sometimes you learn lessons in life that hurt worse than others. This one just made me question my ability to judge people, and all that good stuff. So I'm usually a pretty good judge of character and whatnot, and this one failed miserably, so it is what it is. But went ahead, got a few things done, went and got my run in, got back, got myself cleaned up, ended up having a little dinner, which my wife wasn't sure she wanted. Still hadn't seen my mom all damn day, and no idea there. My wife decided her stomach was still kind of upset, so she wanted to do like ramen noodles and whatever. And I really didn't want to do ramen noodles tonight, which often I do ramen noodles, because tonight I was not feeling it. And decided I was going to do soup instead. So she did ramen noodles, I did soup. And it was one of the things, we basically got that knocked out. Had our dinner, had a couple other things. I went to head outside to play with the dogs and had myself a cigar and realized, oh shit, I need to go get another thing of soda. They got 5 for $15, which is 50 cents a bottle, which is like $20-some savings. So it was basically much different and much cheaper. So headed out, walked over. My wife went and got her father's medication, weekly distribution, so I guess daily things you flip open, and she'd filled those, asked me to take them back to him. So I said, call him and tell him I'm coming, because I didn't want to stand out there knocking the door waiting for him to get his butt up to get to the door, because I was already like on the way out. So he headed up to the door, opened the door, handed him the pills, the containers, and he goes, sorry, I've been avoiding you. I just didn't know what to say to you once Bruce died, which is my dog. And it was just so awkward, and I didn't know how to put it. I was like, well, what the fuck, just after this long, just shut your mouth, don't say nothing. Like, just move on if you don't know how. But to openly admit, oh, I was so uncomfortable with what to say to you, I chose just to avoid you completely, which just hit me wrong. And I said, well, it is what it is, and I walked away. And I had to really bite my tongue, because I wanted to be like, the fuck, I'm so sorry that my dog's death had made you uncomfortable in speaking to me. You know, I'm sure if he'd known that was inconvenience you in any way, he would have not died. You know, like, the fuck do you want? Like this, I don't know, that one hit me weird. That was really weird. So ran to the store, got my sodas, got back, asked my wife if she saw my mom, and she goes, yeah, I saw her, she's alive. And I'm like, okay, at least she knows she's alive, kind of thing. So who knows? So went outside, enjoyed my cigar, played with the dog some. How are you doing? Better than I deserve. So went ahead and enjoyed my cigar, hung out there for a while. Actually ended up having 2, because I was out early, and had a little one that was kind of a short little cigar, nice flavor. And then I had another one of the ones called a Punisher that I drank the other night when I was drunk. And this thing has got some kick to it. It's got great flavor. It's got like a pepper. I mean, first you can just put it in your mouth. It's really kind of almost like you're eating peppers, man. It burns your lips a little bit. Not even burn, tingles your lips. You can feel it in your lips and stuff. And it's a really damn good cigar, but it's small. Wasn't really thinking about it when I bought it. It was a like super cheap price. And these things are, from what I looked into, are super hard to find. I got completely lucky. I don't know if this is like a mixed box or nobody wants to buy the small size, maybe, I don't know. But they're like this long. They're tiny little things. They don't smoke very long, which was nice. That's why I had the earlier cigar, so I could get out there for the length of a normal one cigar would be. So, but tons of flavor. Holy crap, so good. So got done with it, headed back inside, and got to talk to my wife some. That ended up watching. It was already kind of late-ish, so she didn't really want to watch something. So I threw a show on. Didn't care about really, just kind of background noise. As we talked about what our plan is to do with my mom, and I'm like, I have no damn clue, because she's just like hiding now. Like, she doesn't even come out of her room. She doesn't talk to me. She doesn't do. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do. So usually she has a big blow up on some crap. This happens, I completely inappropriately yell at her, because I'm just like, you're not fucking listening. And I try and explain to you what I do, and then you roll your eyes like a damn teenager and you storm off. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like, this makes no sense. Like, we have to have a communication about this. And she tells me all I do is nag and just like go over and over and over and over again. I'm like, yes, because nothing was solved yet. If we don't solve any damn thing, it's going to keep repeating that same thing. And I do not want to have this conversation with you ever again. Like, I'd rather just solve it once, work through what happened. And this one here was over me telling her, as I joked, it's none of your business if I got soda or not, get more soda. And she lost her damn mind. Even my wife's like, yeah, that was 100%. We'd actually been making jokes in the living, like, that morning we'd been making jokes about stuff, and then this came up, and I'm like, none of your business, you know. And she threw a fit and whatnot, so I'm like, yeah, whatever, go away. So in that process, I ended up talking to somebody else who knows her from back up north, kind of thing. And we texted a little back and forth of what was going on, and basically their answer was just like a teenager. You only see them when they're hungry or when they're mad, you know, kind of thing. So who knows? But yeah, I don't get it, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, I have no idea what she wants. I don't know what the hell to do. Just, I guess now I just have a thing that lives in part of my house. It just feels way more awkward as hell. But the big one is when I called her out for saying, hey, you know, I know you love me as my mother, but I feel like you don't like me. She's never, well, I said it a couple times to make sure she heard me. And she didn't say, that's not true, I like you. She didn't say, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. Nothing. She just kept her mouth shut, and she looked like a kid caught with their hand in that cookie jar. Like, oh shit, I didn't know that you knew I didn't like you, kind of thing. So it is what it is. I have no idea. The sad part is I know my wife really likes having her around because her mom passed a while back and whatnot, so she enjoys having her around and that, which is nice. But I don't know what my mom's thinking. She seems just unhappy all the time, but it seems like it happens to her every few months. It happens every 6 months or so, at least, minimum every 6 months. And she blows up and has a conniption fit about some shit, and then we have a fight, and then it goes on, which we never really had these. This started, I don't know, last 10, 12 years or so, it became a problem. And we had one big fight before, I don't know, probably 10 years ago, 7 years ago. So we had our first real big screaming fight, like where I yelled back at my mother. Normally I'd never speak back to my mother. And I yelled back at her, and that was our big one there. And then everything was fine. And then of course, didn't see each other much. And we were perfectly fine in short-term stuff, perfectly fine. But then since she's got down here, it seems like every, I don't know, 3 to 6 months, she just has to be mad about something. And I don't know if she just makes up shit in her head. She don't do anything. She sits in the house, does some cooking and cleaning, and watches Westerns, and then goes to the store once a week. So I don't know if she needs to get out and find a hobby. I don't know what the hell. I've offered to send her to like a vacation, you know, like hotels and stuff. Offered to send her back up to visit family, all kinds of stuff. And she doesn't want to do any of that stuff, so who the hell knows. But this last trip I went back up, I did not invite her to tag along with me, which normally I would have, but I was going because the deal with my own brain, loss of my dog, and that really wrecked me mentally, and it was not good. So I was like, you know, I just don't want to deal with trying to travel with her, plus it was crappy winter time and whatnot, and I knew she wouldn't want to be driving out in the winter. So, and the few friends she has up there, they wouldn't want to drive out to get her in the winter, and I didn't want to make my aunt have to drive her around anymore. And she had to drive around a little bit for me, but not as much as she would if my mom was there too. So it is definitely one of those things I did not want to mess with. So yeah, it was not an invite on that trip. Plus, my actual thought was, who knows, I saw some tension coming before then even. And when I try and ask her about it, she would just shut it down and be like, storm off and not talk about it. So I thought maybe some time away would reset her, but apparently time away doesn't reset her, only yelling and screaming does. So who knows, it is what it is. But anyway, that's all I got for right now. Oh, after that, we basically watched a little special, comedy special, and went to sleep. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.